Welcome to a glimpse into my soul. Today, I invite you to witness the unfiltered emotions that fueled my latest poem, written for the enchanting Hadia Zen, the woman who captured my heart at first sight. As I delved into the digital realm, I was met with an overwhelming flood of messages, a tidal wave of emotions, stories, and encouragement from kindred spirits who had been following our love story. The sheer volume was suffocating, leaving me breathless in its intensity. Seated in the warm glow of my studio, I immersed myself in this endless stream of messages, each one resonating deeply, as if written specifically for me. In that moment, the line between strangers dissolved, and I felt the immense weight of connection and community. The messages poured in, each a gentle whisper in the darkness. "Please, baby, I hope you're okay. We miss you so much." The words swirled around me, a comforting haze that momentarily lifted the burden of my solitude. But with each message, the pressure to respond grew, a crushing weight that threatened to consume me. How could I possibly reply to every heartfelt word, every expression of love and concern? The truth was, life had been suffocating me. The smiles and curated posts were merely a fragile mask, concealing the turmoil beneath. These messages were my lifeline, pulling me back to the surface with gentle persistence. Yet, the fear of not being able to respond, of not being enough, paralyzed me. Hadia, my manager and confidant, found me drowning in this sea of messages. "You're still at it," she said softly, her eyes filled with understanding. I nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility bearing down on me. "They're waiting for me," I whispered, my voice cracking. Hadia's words were a soothing balm. "They love you, but you don't owe them every piece of yourself right now." She paused, locking eyes with me. "You can't pour from an empty cup, babe." Her words echoed in my mind, a haunting reminder that I couldn't give what I didn't have. But the fear of disappointing those who relied on me was overwhelming. The silence of the room closed in, heavy and suffocating. The messages weren't just words, they were pieces of people's hearts, making it even harder to leave them unanswered. As I scrolled through them, a mixture of emotions churned within me. Some messages radiated joy, while others served as poignant reminders of the impact I had on strangers' lives. "Baby, your words saved me last year, please don't go quiet now." The sincerity was undeniable, a testament to the connections forged in the digital realm. One particular message lingered, its words cutting deep. "It feels like you forgot about me." The sting of abandonment, though unintended, left its mark. If only they knew how often they crossed my mind, especially in moments of turmoil when I struggled to find my footing. Memories surfaced, and I closed my eyes, allowing the past to wash over me. I remembered my first major milestone, the rush of adrenaline as I stepped onto the stage, the sea of hopeful faces staring up at me. The weight of responsibility, the crushing pressure to deliver, it all came flooding back. That first performance was a turning point, igniting a fire within me. The music was just the beginning. It was the connection with people, their tears, their joy, that truly set my soul ablaze. It was why I embarked on this journey, to share my passion and touch hearts. But as time passed, the weight of expectation bore down on me. The constant demand to perform, to be on, to be perfect, it chipped away at my spirit until the music that once brought me joy became a burden. I had been avoiding mirrors, unable to confront the stranger staring back at me. The messages from my fans felt like a reminder of all I was failing to be. But Hadia's words lingered. "Maybe you're trying too hard to give when you barely have anything left to offer." My phone buzzed, breaking the silence. A new notification from my mom. "How are you holding up? Haven't heard from you in a while. Love you." Her simple words cut deeper than any message that night. I realized I had been distant, not just from my fans, but from everyone. I had poured my heart into building this life, but somewhere along the way, I had forgotten how to live it. I typed a quick reply to my mom, a small step toward reconnecting. Then, with newfound clarity, I turned back to my phone. I couldn't reply to every message, but maybe I didn't need to. Maybe all my fans needed was to know I heard them, that I cared. I opened my social media app and began typing. "Baby, I've seen your messages, and I feel every ounce of your love. Just wait for me. I promise I'll be back soon, stronger than ever. You mean the world to me. I hesitated, then hit post. The response was overwhelming. Hearts, crying emojis, words of encouragement. For the first time in months, I felt a weight lift, a renewed sense of hope. A calmness settled over me, like petals unfolding. Maybe Hadia was right, maybe they would wait. I set my phone aside and surrendered to the silence, letting its soothing balm envelop me. At this moment, I didn't need answers. I just need— Morning light crept through the curtains, casting a warm, golden glow across the room. For the first time in a long while, I embraced its radiance rather than hiding from it. My phone rested on the nightstand, a reminder of the world beyond my quiet refuge. But in this instant, all that mattered was the peace filling my soul. I lay in bed, my phone buzzing occasionally with notifications, but I didn't rush to respond. Instead, I savored the stillness, allowing myself to simply be. Last night's post had lifted a weight off my shoulders, reminding me why I started this journey in the first place. My fans didn't just love the music, they loved me, imperfections and all. The world outside wouldn't wait forever. A knock on the door broke the silence. "Come in," I called, my voice still groggy. Hadia walked in, a cup of coffee in hand. "Morning, sunshine," she smirked, setting the mug on the table. We chatted about the previous night's post, and Hadia reminded me to maintain balance. "Let them in, but don't let it drain you," she said firmly. I nodded, taking a sip of coffee. It felt good to know my fans understood me. As Hadia left, I wondered if I could truly find that balance. For so long, I had been running on a treadmill that never stopped, chasing fame, success, validation. It was a cycle that left little room for anything else. Later, as I scrolled through more messages, one caught my attention. "Take your time, but don't forget, we miss the real you." The real me? Who was that anymore? I had spent so much time building an image that I wasn't sure where the act ended and the truth began. As I delved deeper, the question I had been avoiding for years finally surfaced. Who was I, really? I retrieved an old video, one of my first performances, and watched as a younger, unguarded version of myself took the stage. I was rough around the edges, but my passion was raw and unfiltered. Somewhere along the way, I had lost that spark. The cameras, the branding, the metrics, they had become my focus instead of the music itself. I longed to reconnect with that unencumbered spirit. I grabbed a notebook and began writing, not lyrics, not a plan, just unfiltered thoughts. The words poured out, raw and honest, as I sought to rediscover the person I had been before the world had a say in who I should be. Maybe this wasn't a solution, but it was a start.